We've been hearing denials from various Russians about particular aspects of possible Trump-Russia collusion. Putin says Russia didn't do this. Sergei Kislyak says Russia didn't do that. But we now have confirmation, an admission really, from the Kremlin that indeed Donald Trump's personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, reached out to them during the 2016 presidential election looking for help for this business project in Russia that he and Felix Sater seemed interested in pursuing, which they believed, as I told you earlier this week, Felix Sater and Michael Cohen were working together on a Moscow Trump Tower that they seemed to believe would be really useful in helping Donald Trump to become president of the United States. Not only is this huge because it's the first of what will probably be multiple confirmations we receive from Russia about different contact and attempted contact between associates of Donald Trump and Russian associates. It's also huge because Michael Cohen was supposedly a nobody in this entire thing. Michael Cohen figured bigly, for lack of a better term, in Christopher Steele's Trump-Russia blackmail dossier. But everybody involved with Trump, including Cohen himself, kept telling us, oh, no, Michael Cohen, he has nothing to do with anything that's Russia-related, period. And the truth is, and we're learning more about it almost weekly, the truth is Cohen has had huge involvement in what's going on with Russia. And now we even have the Kremlin admitting it. President Vladimir Putin's spokesman, Dmitry Peskov, told reporters in Moscow yesterday that, yeah, they received an email from Trump's attorney, Michael Cohen, which he, oddly enough, sent to the press office's general email address. Peskov said, hey, listen, they get emails like that, not like that, but they get all sorts of emails all the time, and that the Kremlin didn't reply to it. I'm going to talk a little bit more in a minute or two about why I think that that's interesting that the Kremlin would even choose to admit this. Michael Cohen, Trump's lawyer, has also since admitted that, yeah, he was working on that real estate proposal with Felix Sater, exactly as the Washington Post alleged, exactly as the New York Times alleged over the weekend. There will be people who say, David, this is no big deal. This means absolutely nothing. And I kind of agree, and that's why this is so meaningful. Contextually, this is a very minor admission from Russia, right? This is an admission that it's so small. Yeah, we got an email from Michael Cohen, but we didn't even respond. It's so minor that it clearly is a calculated admission from Russia to slightly stir the pot and start to create even more chaos. And if you understand the Russian playbook on geopolitics, which we've talked about, that's a top priority. You seed chaos any way that you can. And that's why when you hear this and you say, this is such a minor admission, that's exactly the point. It's create a little bit of confusion. Wait, why is the Kremlin even admitting to this? They have really no need to admit to this. It's all about seeding chaos.
It is interesting, though, because the Kremlin has been unwilling to confirm anything with regards to this whole Trump-Russia scandal.
Exactly.
Certainly, if they did hack the U.S. presidential election, they're not going to turn around and admit to it now. And there's been a number of other things that are a lot more benign that they're not willing to confirm as well.
Correct.
So maybe they look at this as just a big nothing burger, or maybe they just look at it as such an easy thing to prove otherwise if they were to deny it, because, you know, it's just an email that could turn up anywhere.
That may be one aspect of it. The other aspect is whatever the bottom line objective truth is about Trump-Russia collusion, and hopefully someday we'll know it, right? I don't know. Russia doesn't really win by acting in a way that would potentially accelerate an impeachment of Donald Trump if that would actually happen. Russia wins from general disorder. When you consider Vladimir Putin's desire to have Russia taken more seriously at the geopolitical level and to be framed compared to other world leaders as particularly sly, clever, competent, whatever, they win from general disorder. They win by the U.S. being chaotic, from the White House being a madhouse. That's exactly what's going on. And the more that the U.S. is consumed by infighting and dysfunction in the White House, the better it is for Russia.
And even an impeachment trial against Donald Trump could be to their benefit, too, because that does ensue some chaos.
Yeah, that's
especially
true.
If they're unable to get whatever they wanted out of a perceived deal with the Trump people, because he's just too impotent at this point and unable to push for whatever he wants, his policy.
The process of impeachment is part of the chaos that benefits Russia. the possible removal of Trump from the White House, that's not actually that much in Russia's interest. So really if you are Russia and you want to have a role to play in the chaos that's going on, your interest is in extending the chaos for as long as possible and making it as crazy as you possibly can.
They certainly were opposed to Hillary Clinton and favored Donald Trump, but in the last go around, it seemed like they were more in support of Barack Obama winning than Mitt Romney, because Romney called them our biggest threat.
Biggest geopolitical foe.
Biggest geopolitical foe. So, they're not playing for one political party or another. It really is just to ensue chaos.
It has nothing to do with party whatsoever. I think that's a key point. The video you just finished watching was made possible by you through the membership program. You can sign up for membership at davidpakman.com/membership. We are viewer-supported independent media. You can use the coupon code IVoted17 for a 40% discount off of your membership.